Okay, on to electronics install, and then my final segment will be the boom supports landing gear type of deal. So this is electronics install, basically where I'm thinking of putting stuff. Get them running the Jazz speed control, so good chance I'm going to have that up in here. Okay, and it looks like the battery strap, or you could still have a strap going around there. Alright, so that's where I'm going to put that. That'll get my motor wires running down here. Obviously I'm going to shorten them on the ESC. You don't want to mess around shortening motor wires. That'll get that, keep things out of the way. Battery will just plug in right in the front. Got to run this all the way back, and it looks like it'll reach no problem. Servo wires down through this slot here, and then down between the boom block pulleys down there. There's two nice little holes, go right down, keep your wires out of the pulleys, out of the belts, you know, that kind of thing. Gyro, again, I'm using a 770, so I'm going to mount that underneath. Thinking about shortening the wires on these, but I think I might just mount it first and then shorten them later. I'm out of crimping pins, and I'm not going to take this one apart and solder the wires. But anyway, so gyro below, get the wires run through. Obviously servo plugged in, and basically that's about it where I'm going to put stuff. So why don't I get busy, get all that stuff in there, we'll come back and review. Okay, so this is where I mounted everything. Battery pack up front, of course, and for the front one I used a Velcro here to, the way I'm going to plug in is hold my wires back here. Even though there's plenty of room in the canopy, I just kind of like that. Secures the wire. So Velcro strap down through there, down through this slot here. Kind of helps secure the speed control too. Here, by the way, here's a trick that I didn't do, is put a tie wrap, a loop that you can put your finger through on this, and it'll help you pull this on and off. Alright, and there's the pack. Again, Velcro here. You don't want your pack sliding out from this stuff. I always do that. Alright, so let's see. Got the speed control mounted up underneath. Velcro here so I can remove the speed control and get at the programming plug if needed. Oh, sorry, Windows booting. Anyway, receiver put down here. Ran all the wires up to the frame. There's my long one. Could have ran it inside the frame, but I left it outside. Down through the areas around the pulleys here. Tucked neatly in here for the receiver. Gyro on the bottom. Now what I did do is I drilled a hole here to run the connector into here and tuck the wires away. Of course, the tail one's coming out here. I haven't set up the tail servo yet or the boom struts or anything, so this will get put away at that time in case I need to remove it for some reason. So that's the only part I haven't finished. Motor wires around this way. That's kind of the best way I could see to do them without fear of rubbing the motor. So let's see. That's just about it. Oh, there's a gap underneath here between here and here. And what I did is I kind of took my excess gyro wires and just kind of tucked them up underneath here. Same kind of thing. I ran the speed control wire up and inside this frame here and up to the receiver. And of course the gyro wires I have over here just try and keep them away from each other for noise. So basically that's about it on electronic setup. Everything went in pretty easy. Again, just watch that you have your wires away from these pulleys as best you can get them. Same thing with up inside here. You don't want your wires to be able to get up and into the pulleys down in here. So keep everything tucked in nicely in the back here. Alright, so there's no chance of sucking a wire in the belt. Alright, so that's kind of it on electronics, and my final segment will be basically the landing gear, boom struts, and a little bit of talk about my setup on the tail servo.